Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Ferreira, and I am a software engineer at Google. What you just watched on the screen is real flight footage from my training nearly a decade ago. I was just 16 when I took flight for the first time. Now, you may all be wondering, why are we watching 10-year-old footage of me flying? Wasn't this supposed to be a seminar on becoming a software engineer? Well, to answer your question, yes, this is supposed to be a seminar on becoming a software engineer. But what is often overlooked in discussions such as this one is what truly makes a good software engineer. Is that really the right profession for you, or is it simply the go-to major you felt forced into? You all are undoubtedly talented and smart individuals. There's a reason you are here today, studying at the wonderful institution that is Stanford. Nevertheless, your career is something you should cherish and feel passionate about cultivating a meaningful portfolio of work. So identifying what you are truly passionate about is a vital step, one that is often overlooked in favor of what your parents or society have to say about what you should do. In the heartland of computer science here in San Francisco, it is unsurprising that so many of you want to become computer scientists. My hope is that sharing my own path to Google, I'll be able to shed light on why I chose to do what I did and whether you should do something similar. The story all starts with that video you just watched of me flying. While in high school, I was on a mission to be as successful academically as I possibly could. I did not have much of an idea of what I wanted to do yet. I was naturally attracted to computers, and so I took classes such as APCSA and fell in love. I continued to nourish that passion for coding by joining the programming team and competing at competitions at UCF and Lockheed Martin. I also continued to self-study in my own time. In my junior year of high school, I got the opportunity to fly for the first time. I got the invite from a family friend who was a retired US Air Force pilot who now instructs for free in his own time as he simply loves flying that much. After that flight, I realized I fell in love again, and now I had an issue. What was I going to be, a pilot or a computer scientist? These career paths seemed completely incongruent, and for a while, I felt as though I would have to sacrifice one of them. This made it very difficult for me to choose what I wanted to do with my life. To try and solve this dilemma, I had to take a step back and try and discover what I really loved about these fields. I came to the conclusion that it was learning. Both computer science and aviation share that same trait of learning. No two airports or approaches or departures are the same, just like no programming question is quite the same either. Both these fields required me to be adept at problem solving and proactively think in order to develop the most efficient or safest solution. This common denominator permeated all my high school career and could be seen in my enjoyment of taking AP classes, tutoring, and joining science clubs. With these realizations, I identified my key values. I realized part of what I enjoyed learning so much was the connection it brought about with others. Working as a team or with other people who have their own unique perspective and creativity serves to be extremely fruitful and rewarding. With others, I was able to accomplish much more than on my own, whether it be flying cross country or writing a program. It may be cliche to say, but we really are stronger together. The other major value I realized I had was adventure. I don't mean this in the literal sense of doing flips or spins in a plane, though that was fun too. I mean that pushing myself always left me feeling rewarded. This extends beyond just computer science and aviation and is applicable to all aspects of life. A hard workout or nailing a difficult recipe are all rewarding feats. This desire to always push myself into uncomfortable but fulfilling territory became evident through my academics. With these values in mind and the use of tests and inventories that taught me more about my personality, I identified my purpose. Putting this purpose in actual words helped me fully understand what mattered to me. I wrote, "My purpose is to solve stimulating problems in the realm of computer science through my learner, ideation, and futuristic themes to create deep and meaningful bonds through the mutual exchange of ideas." From this purpose, I knew I wanted to continue my education and eventually work with problem solving through computer science. Software engineering, therefore, presented itself as a promising career option as it involved doing just this. The first step in my academic pathway to pursue this career route was to take more computer science classes at Valencia through dual enrollment. I'd finished all the courses offered at my school, so taking Valencia classes senior year allowed me to learn new languages such as C. Furthermore, being dual enrollment, I had no tuition costs, and the central location allowed me to continue flying as the school was close to an airport. Being able to fly was vital for me to stay proficient at flying and to work towards my commercial license, which would allow me to be paid down the line. Additional benefits of being a Valencia student included having access to the Fitness and Wellness Center, which, being an athlete at the time, was very helpful in my journey. After I graduated high school, I completed my undergraduate studies at Princeton. I obtained a 4-year bachelor's degree titled Bachelor's of Science in Engineering for Computer Science. This degree is precisely the degree looked for by companies hiring software engineers. In total, including housing, tuition, food, and miscellaneous costs, my time at Princeton cost me $350,000. Completely unfathomable, right? But in reality, financial aid covered a vast majority of this cost. Being that Princeton offers financial aid based on need, I received approximately $300,000 in aid, not including independently applied for scholarships. A nearby flight school allowed me to continue flying and to work as a certified flight instructor. Working in scholarships therefore covered the remainder of my costs. Once I graduated, I wanted to pursue a path that could allow me to both fly and work as an engineer. In order to do so, I decided to join the Air Force Reserves. Doing this allowed me to fly on weekends with the reserve unit and work my civilian job during the week. To become an Air Force pilot, the requirements consisted of being in good health and having a degree. The training was roughly 2 years, and I was paid entry-level pilot pay. Having all my qualifications achieved, I was able to balance a very rewarding and fulfilling dual career. During the week, I worked as a software engineer, and on Saturdays, I would fly for the reserves. Though my flying was work, it really was just a passion of mine, and if I wasn't getting paid to do it, then I would be paying to do it instead. So working as a reserve allowed me to continue to fly and challenge myself. Being a software engineer allowed me to make the most of my values, talents, and interests. I was always interested in technology, so being able to be on the creative side of that process was a dream come true. Being a software engineer consists of creating solutions for real-world problems through the use of programs. Problems are tackled in a collaborative groups, and many companies divide their software engineers into teams for specific projects. For example, one team may be working on implementing an AI, while another may be working on front-end development. Such an environment perfectly suited my values and purpose. Every day at work, I'm able to build something new with my team, and we learn from each other. There's also a diverse range of problems in the field of computer science looking to be solved, allowing me to study and work on what I want. All in all, the reason I'm here today is to show you that the key to becoming not only an engineer, but a happy engineer was me making the time to identify my purpose. To find your purpose, you need to find the intersection of what you value and what you are talented at. Doing so allowed me to become a pilot and an engineer, two career paths that perfectly align with my desire to push myself into situations where I'm always learning. Once you have found that intersection, you'll be able to find out where you want to end up. And from there, developing a plan will lead you to where you want to be, the same way it did for me. Once you have a plan, all you have left is to enjoy the journey and keep on pushing yourself to new heights. Thank you for listening.